Hello everybody, I'm here today with Straight from the Past, and let's do this. Subliminal Criminals is your More Than One Criminal is your new album that came out last summer. Tonight is the first time you get to play your new songs in Europe. So how do you feel about it?
I feel pretty confident. Songs are good. They've been going over well everywhere else that we played them. Excited to play them for the first time in this country. So, yeah, we like them a lot. So we choose to play more off that record than any other record that we have. So.
Okay, nice. How did you approach the making of your new record?
Well, we went back to Will Putney, which he did our last two before. Yeah, he's done 3 total. So he did Rising Sun and Anonymous. So when we wanted to come up with a decision of where to go, it was easy. Go to Will Putney. And as far as the songwriting, we've always just gotten together in a room, like how bands should do it, and we write the songs. He'll come up with like a skeleton of like a riff, and we all just work on it, and we work on each song together, and lyrics, everything we all do together. So it's pretty, we have it down to like, a science. We don't really try and say, hey, we want this record to sound like this. We just kind of, this is what we're writing, and this is how we feel, and that's pretty much how we go about doing it. It's pretty easy for us to do, I guess.
You were talking about creative environment, and I saw that in all of your records you had some guest singers. How do you choose them, and why?
On this one, we really loved Enter Shikari when we played a show with them one time in New York City, and we've always loved what that band has stood for. Pretty similar stuff that our band stands for. So just so happened that we were on tour with them in America when our record was coming to an end of being done, and it just worked out where Rao was, we were able to get him from New York, pick him up and bring him to the studio, have him do that.
This is something that I liked about your website, because there is a special page for your friends, your band friends, and I figured, and I was, yeah, it's the first time I see something like that, and it's pretty cool.
When I was growing up, at least, like, I would always find out of new bands through like the thank yous, you know what I mean? So it's like, oh, I have a Poison the Well record, and they thanked, Hopesfall, and I found Hopesfall that way. And then Hopesfall would thank Norma Jean or Every Time I Die, and then I'd find those bands that way, and I thought that was so cool. So I want someone that if they hear Stray for the first time, then they could go and find out about Backtrack, then awesome, you know what I mean? Like, I think that's cool, and that's what it was about back then, and now there's just so much shit on the internet, it's so hard to find things like that way. Yeah, and it's like, hey, if you're a fan of Stray, if you like what we're about, and you think that we keep good company and listen to good music, here's a whole page of our friends, and you can find architects, if you don't know them. So, yeah.
Next question is kind of a tricky question. You've played a lot of venues all over the years and around the world. So can you remember one place that was like the coolest place you've ever been in, or the opposite, the weirdest one?
It's called The Rave in Milwaukee, and it's like huge, really fucking huge. There's like 5 different, stages. One's really small, one's medium, one's huge, one is fucking gigantic, and it's really cool, really nice, but it's like really creepy at the same time. Like the backstage areas are like, it's supposedly haunted and stuff like that, and so many other bands have heard. They have these. Yeah, Prince made their backstage look the way it does now, and it's like soundproof, so you go in there and you get hear your own heartbeat and stuff. It's really weird. So, and then across the street is where, I don't know if you know Jeffrey Dahmer is. You know who that is? It's a guy from America who ate people, and he ate all of his people across the street. So it's there's some weird shit going on, but it's really nice. Sounds really good. And cool people. So.
Thank you very much. That was Straight from the Past, and have a good show. Great show, and a good time.